Welcome, welcome. Hopefully we have a stream going. All right, let's get some music going. Let's get some chat going. All right. We are listening to Too High to Die by Apollo Music. All right, welcome, welcome. Just getting myself organized. Are we seeing a thumbnail today? We are not seeing a thumbnail today. I don't know what is going on with that. I prepared the thumbnail, and for some reason it just does not show the thumbnail on the initial stream. Very weird. Alright, well I've hit the update all titles, so hopefully it'll show the thumbnail now. Alright, listening to Mud Puddle. Alright, just going to spruik my stream in a couple more places and we will get on with it. Alrighty, where are we? Stream planning. Alright. Find the post. Find the post, copy the stuff. How hard could it be? Apparently fairly. Alright, let's see. There it is. Alrighty. Getting there. Alrighty, one more place. There we go. Alrighty. Let's transition to the game. Alright, well Welcome! I'm Tech It Fred. This is the Aetherial Airships SMP, and this, down here, is the island that we're going to be moving. So I need to empty my inventory and make a Silk Touch pickaxe to get all of the ores and stones that I would like to get. And yeah, let's get on to that. Alrighty, we've got not much visibility. Let's just fix the visibility that I changed for the screenshot. Turn the rendering back on for distant horizons. There we go. See the Taiga Island behind me. See the little island there. Alright, let's get moving and find an anvil and make a pickaxe that we can use for this. There should be an anvil left in the spawn area, or at least at my old base. So let's get on with that. Let's see what's on this airship that might be useful as well. Maybe I can fix up some of this mess in my inventory. We'll put some fuel in the... Yeah, let's put some fuel in the engine. I thought I grabbed some... Apparently I didn't grab any. Okay. We're nearly there anyway. Okay, now press that so that I'm actually not invisible. There we go. Had the F1 key done. Alright. Let's get myself down here. Just check for an anvil. Not as much create stuff here anymore. Alrighty. Whoopsie. Do I have an anvil in here? I can't remember. It appears that I did not have an anvil in here. Do I have enough iron to make one? No. Okay. That's fine. Make ourselves a pickaxe. May as well sleep in the bed. Alrighty. We could take the airship, but we're just going to take the bridge. It's going to be a little bit quicker. Head up to the other little mining hut, and surely in the mining hut we'll have an anvil. Well, we've got an anvil on one of the ships up here, I'm sure. No anvil in the mining hut, but I'm pretty sure there is one on this ship here. Let's have a look. There we go, right there. Perfect. Okay, so, pickaxe. Silk Touch. Done. Now we need someone to put all the stuff that's in the inventory. And we need some chests and things to put things in. We're going to need more than one Silk Touch pickaxe to get through this, but we'll see how we go. Do we have? Yeah, there we go. Some planks will do for fuel for the moment. Get us back a bit faster. All right. There we go. Turn off the invisibility. So we also want a bunch of planks to make a catch-all for the stuff below. So we're going to mine from the bottom up, I think. And we'll use the silk touch. Yeah, we'll smelt the deep slate back to regular deep slate if we have to. We'll use the silk touch only where it's necessary for the ores. And we'll just use regular pickaxes for the rest. Alright, so we've got our schematic and a Schematicannon. We just need the ingredients. So let's get started on that. Alright, we're down to pretty low. But not down to a world limit yet, so that's good. What we'll do is grab a bunch of slabs and stick them under here and catch all of this stuff. There we go, 64 spruce logs would be a good start. Turn those in, some of those into planks. Put that away. Make at least 3 spare slots. And then we should have 3 lots of 64, so 6 lots of 64 slabs, which would be great for catching things. There we go. Alright, so we're going to just build underneath here. Okay, back it up a little. So this way we can just mine all this stuff and pick it up, but we do need to make sure we've got a platform that everything lands on first. And we'll just expand the platform underneath the island and figure out how to pick things up after that. For some reason we're just going straight through the slabs, but I'm not going to complain. Alrighty. We'll get mining before we get much further. Let's see, is that going to be enough to catch? Not quite, but that's fine. What we'll do is we'll land on the slabs and then we'll just increase the size of everything. Back a bit. Stop. Okay. Now I was thinking about just super gluing everything together and making a crane, but I realised that I don't have anywhere to put the crane, so it does make it a little tricky, and I didn't land instead of dismounting. There we go. Landed. It's still daylight, so that's good. And we've probably got to... It's at the bottom slab. No, it's a top slab. Easy. Okay. Alright, we'll probably make these bottom slabs later, but for the moment, top slabs are good. We can just set fire to the whole thing later if we start getting too many mobs on it. Okay. Alrighty. Not quite there. Let's try that again. Just on the very edge. Let's just move around a little bit. And stop. There we go. Alright, I think that's big enough for this section. Yep, looks good. Okay. Throw a couple of those in here. So those planks are part of this. Now I need a pickaxe. Use a regular stone pickaxe for these ones, I guess. Alright, so going from the bottom corner, everything goes in. Sleep, getting dark. Nope, not quite. How about now? Yeah, we can sleep now. Okay. Been caught by the platform. Fantastic. Let's go down. Right, so bottom corner. Got the planks, the chains, the rails, and the oak fences. We've got to keep getting those chains and anything else that got missed that's fallen through the airship that's on the platform. We've also got to widen those platforms. So let's look at widening those platforms. Use up some of these slabs that we've got in our inventory. Right, in fact, we might just bring the whole platform up a bit higher. Got plenty of slabs, so we'll just chop this up. Can all go in the void, it's fine. Go in there. Right, let's just get some of these chains. I think rather than trying to mine that whole platform back out, we might just double check that nothing's fallen on it. Doesn't look like it has. And we'll just ignore it and come back to it later. Okay. And we've broken our pickaxe. Okay, time for a new pickaxe. One iron pickaxe that is not silk touch and one that is. That should be hopefully enough to keep us going for a while. Chains in there. And a little bit to get behind this one. All right. Next. Alright, try and get all the chains down to a certain level, and then we'll... oh, looks like some fell down. I hope we didn't lose those. Oh well, if we did, we'll just have to make some more. Ah, there they are. Right, what's that? 12 more chains. We got a lot to go. Oh, hi, zombie. Over here. Okay. Need some music or something. Shouldn't be too many more chains, and then we'll be at the bottom of the island. It'll be a bit faster. I decided to include the platforms below. Would have been quicker if I hadn't. That's going a little faster than I thought. Let's sleep. Alright, things should speed up a bit once we get past the bottom of these chains. A little bit so we can catch these ones. That's not right. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Last one. Last one. Back this up a little. There we go. Getting into a pattern. There's a zombie nearby, I can hear. And we're getting to the bottom of the island. Okay, so a couple of zombies and a creeper. We have a bow. Why do we never have a bow? Well, we might come back for that. We'll take off to the island for a bit. We'll just check we didn't drop any chains down here. Nope. Did drop any that didn't fall in there. Alright, so let's head back to the Taiga Island. Drop these things in the vault and build a new platform under here and get ready to take out those few mobs that are down there. Alright. Alright, we have parked almost perfectly. That'll do. Yeah, close enough. There we go. Nice and tight into the dock. Alright, so bottom 5 lot of items into the vault. And we update our clipboard and see how much we got left. Most of it, of course, but looks like I've got some hunger we need to deal with, so let's deal with that. And we're gonna that one. I just got a chicken from that. Okay, clipboard update. So we need 30 more chains. Got the oak fences, the oak planks, and the cobblestone. And then we'll start on the rest. So we've got 30 chains to go. And all of this stuff. Lots more grass blocks. So the grass blocks we can just make with spout. Just need the dirt that's on top of the island. So for example, we've got some grass blocks here. Throw those ones in, we should see that number go down a little bit on the clipboard. It says 280, we've got 64, it should come down to less than 220, should be 216 if we throw these ones in. Yeah, 216. So it just tells us how many we need, how many we have left to go. All right. Don't want all those eggs at the moment. We do need some food though. Let's have one of these sweet rolls, a couple of these sweet rolls to take care of our hunger. All right, so Aetherial Airships, this SMP that I'm on, is in fact on an earlier version of Create and an earlier version of Eureka Ships. The reason for that is because at the moment, Create 6 functionality in Fabric is not all there. So even though they've finally released a version of Create 6 for Fabric, one of the first things I discovered when I started trying to use it was that firstly, a lot of the add-ons aren't actually ready yet. And I use Steam and Rails and Enchantment Industry on this server. And those have not updated yet and won't be updating for a while by the looks of it. The other thing that we are looking at is the basic create functionality for enchanting using the mixer and the basin is not working yet in Create 6 in Fabric. It works in Forge because Forge has been ready for a lot longer. It does not work in Fabric. All right, so I think we're going to want to silk touch this so we don't have to smelt it. That's not the silk touch pickaxe. We want the silk touch pickaxe. In fact, there's a lot of deep slate. Might be quicker to just smelt it back to regular deep slate. All right, we should probably make a new platform under here to start catching stuff. For the moment, I just want to actually mine a little bit by hand. Probably make a create drill rig to do this with. But for some reason, I hadn't thought to do that. All right, let's see. There's a lot of space here that we're going to need to take up. So let's grab these slabs. And those ones. And those ones and those ones. Couple of deep slate there. Gonna need to smelt a lot of deep slate. Need to sleep again already. Jeez. Okay, now we do have some stuff in toolboxes. We could potentially throw some of that into the vault to make up for some of the stuff that we're going to be mining. Let's make some fences just to bring things down. Spruce fences are easy. We will remember they weren't spruce fences on the island, so it's going to bring this down from the bottom. we go. We'll go with bottom half slabs, so we don't get things spawning. We'll get on top of that, make a bigger platform. Let's not suffocate ourselves in the blocks. And it should be big enough to get the ship onto. All right. And the reason for building a big platform like this instead of just building a bigger platform on the ship and using the ship is because you can't sneak on the edge of ships. And I don't like falling into the void. We'll make some torches to make things a little brighter down here in a little bit, but for the moment, we just want to make a big enough platform to catch everything. Just in case we miss anything. He did have an axe. What happened to it? There it is. Alright, so obviously we'll increase the size of the platform once we get more of the island being mined. Oops. So for the moment, that's the visible parts above us. I'm going to take out those little platforms. Don't want to push that ship too far away. We don't want it to move away from where we are. Otherwise we can't get back onto it easily. Please excuse the low-flying plane overhead. I don't know why, but I know it gets really noisy every time I start streaming or recording lately. Maybe it's just that it's always noisy, and I've never actually noticed the background noise until I start trying to have a quiet area to do things. Alright, that ought to do for now. We'll take out the connecting parts and start catching things. Alright, remembering that these are not part of the island, so we can just move those over here. And we want to get deep slate. We also want to uncobble the deep slate later, but for the moment we'll just make it cobbled. And we want to make sure we get things like the glow lichen as well. I'm sure why you'd go there instead of the bottom. But there you go. Okay. Right, now we need... Let's do a few with silk touch just for fun. Oh, forgot the shears. When I just said we need to make sure we get the glow lichen. That's alright, I'll get some more from elsewhere. I think there's only one or two glow lichen anyway. Alright, let's see. I'm going to look around and see how much more space we need underneath here. We need to go that way a bit. And we need to go that way a bit. Alright. And we'll look at getting the non-silk touch ores out of the way soon. Looks like it. Yep, time to sleep. Okay. Jungle slabs. I don't remember having those. Oh well. Spruce slabs anyway. Alright. Let's make this a bit bigger. Alright, so we do have some more glow like in there. That's good. And we've got a couple more blocks to go out this way, so we may as well go all the way out this way. Alright, that looks pretty promising. Let's just double check that we're far enough out. I think it may not be, so go straight up from here. We do hit a block. And then we need to go out 2 more from there, at least. Okay. Let's go 3, just to be safe. Yeah, is that 2 or 3? Let's check. Okay, that looks like it is 3. Perfect. Right on the edge. Okay, let's go 1 more. There you go, it was only 2. I lost those ones. Oh well. No biggie. Alright. Maybe Zora will happen to join us and help us with this mining. But yeah, that's definitely far enough out now. Okay. And we need to go further over that way. Yay, successful backup. Always good. Well, we're down to our last stack of slabs, so we might have to go get some more slabs organised. Well, I say go. We may have to stop and craft some more slabs. Alright, let's just go straight across here until we run out. And back again, and so on, like we're doing. Speed building, as it were. Would be if I had Swift Sneak. The map tells us that we're under the island still. We're we're back out. And that's it. We're out. Okay, well, we can start mining again without worrying about losing things quite so much. Let's do a little bit of silk touch. Alright, I think that's everything of this layer. That's a whole 9 deep plate. Alright, let's move up. And let's see. Yeah, we're going to need to start going over a little bit, I think, so. We had more spruce logs, so. Another roughly 2 stacks of slabs. A bit below. In the absence of a device similar to the stone cutter, except for wood, some kind of, I don't know, saw, which we could use. We could use Create to make them, but again, for some reason I like to do things by hand that I don't have to when I've got Create. It's part of the reason for relocating this island is so that we can actually move the Create Contraptions. Because this server is going to be around a little bit longer than I originally thought. This world, I should say, on the server. Mainly because Create 6 isn't ready for fabric yet. Hey Zora, maybe you will. Have you been watching the whole time, just lurking? So yeah, although I've been enjoying playing a new pack based on this one, that's Create 6. As I said, Create 6 is just not quite there yet when it comes to add-ons and existing functionality that I've got in this world already. So we'd lose a few things. I would deliberately get rid of a few mods if we upgraded the world to the new world gen and to Create 6. But there are quite a few things I like that I'd keep the same as well. So Enchantment Industry and Steam and Rails are not absolutely required, but fully working Create is definitely required. And I think once we have a fully working Create and Fabric, then we're likely to have the add-ons updated reasonably quickly after that. I have to say, the chain conveyor and packaging and such like, I haven't really looked at the packaging yet, but the chain conveyor itself and the potential to have logistics and packaging and things like that does sound good. But having that working, but not having basic things like enchantment, basic things like brewing, I should say, working in Create, does not make me want to switch yet. The packaging functionality is not quite as useful as, well, it doesn't seem quite as useful as working brewing. I use potions more than I plan large projects, I guess. I gotta stop mining the low lichen. Just have to go and bone meal some, I think. Alright, let's not waste the silk touch on stuff that can be smelted back to normal though, so Night time again. Alrighty. Got a stack of deep slate, which we almost do. We do have a stack of deep slate, so we may as well, a couple of deep slate, we may as well start the process of smelting that back to normal. Do we actually have any coal though? Let's get ourselves some charcoal first. Do we have any logs left? We don't. Okay. Now we'll just use some slabs for the moment. I know that's not going to do the entire stack, but it'll do some of it. We'll get ourselves some resources later on. In fact, let's go get some coal and let's go get some charcoal organised. And may as well just check the exact borders we're going to need for this platform. Going to need a lot more out this way and that way. Okay. Let's head over this way until we run out of slabs. Or do we run into the boat, whichever happens first. Boat, ship, whatever. I think it's probably going to be just enough to finish this little section here, if that. So starting to see the little platform on the map peeking out from under the island, which is good. Means we can basically demolish the entire island and catch everything. We've got 4 left. We're going to run out of space pretty quickly. We got any more? No, that's it. All right, so we need to replenish our wood, and we need to start smelting the cobble deep slate back to deep slate. And I guess we could try and look at reclaiming the slabs down there, but I really can't be bothered. So let's head back to the Taiga Island, Taiga Village. Hello there, Yanzarul in Twitch chat. Welcome. All right, so the idea is to bring the island up to almost the same height as this island, and then bridge across to it, because it's just a little bit too low to be useful where it is. Interesting that the Distant Horizons data hasn't cached, cache data hasn't realized that chain isn't there anymore. down the bottom. The platform isn't there anymore. A little lower, a little higher, I mean. Okay, that's where we want to be, and then we want to straighten up. Forward a bit, straighten up. Back a bit, straighten up, etc. There we go. Pulled in nicely. Now we just need to lower it. Touch, there we go. Nicely parked. Getting better at this. Alright, let's take the regular deep slate and the birch slabs that we got. Pop those in. If we don't get everything done on stream, I will spend some time on this world off stream, getting all of these things mined, and then the next stream will, if we don't manage it this stream, the next stream will use the magic of the Schematicannon to build it. Okay, you're following? Nice, thank you. Appreciate the follow. Let's have a look. What have we got? That's green now. We've got birch slabs, the cobblestone, the oak fences, and the oak planks. We have a lot of deep slate. We only need one couple of deep slates, so we may as well grab the one that we've got and throw that in. That's another item checked off the list. Single cobbled deep slate. There we go. So we've got oak fences, oak planks, cobblestone, cobbled deep slate, birch slab, and now we need to get into the rest of the stuff. So the rails we're missing one of. Must have lost one. Lots of gravel, grass blocks, granite, low lichen, dirt, zinc, redstone, and all the chains and stuff. Okay. So let's find some glow lichen. Pretty sure we have some glow lichen somewhere. Let's bone meal some glow lichen and get that one checked off. Maybe we've got some over here somewhere. Not in there. We seriously not have glow lichen. We've got some shears, so we can get some if we see some. Now can we make glow lichen? Let's create. No, we can't. We have to actually grow it. Okay. I was thinking maybe we could use soul stuff or whatever. But apparently not. Okay. Do we have any glow lichen around? None in there. None in there. And none in there. Okay, maybe we need to get some bone meal first and get some glow lichen before we mine all of the rest of the stuff. Also, let's get some wood. Spruce logs. Okay, I've got more grass blocks. Let's throw those in. Got more dirt, we'll throw that in. We've got lots of bones, so we'll get some bone meal happening, or find some more glow lichen. Grass blocks, dirt. Okay. And again, grass blocks, dirt. There we go. Okay. Now, in the toolboxes. No glow lichen, but lots of fruit. Okay, what about this one? Lots of cobblestone. Lots of logs. Alright, and lots of dirt. Cool. I'll throw the dirt in here. So how much dirt do we need? Probably not much. 732. Okay, we do need a bit of dirt. Let's throw the dirt in then. Oh, we got some charcoal here. Let's get some more happening then. Another stack. And we'll go to sleep. Alright, no worries. Thanks, Jan Zero. Thank you for stopping by, following, and watching for a bit. Appreciate it. Hope you're feeling better soon. Oh, hope you get a good rest. I thought you said you're very sick, but no, that's very sick. Yeah, well, in that case, get a good rest if you have to go to bed, and I will see you in another stream, or you can check out some of my edited videos later if you feel it. If you feel like doing so. Alright, well, we got some more deep slate there. I think I need a drink. Alright. Wait for the deep slate to finish. Excuse me, I'm just not getting that, that spot in the throat I need to get. Just need to clear my throat. I think that's a bit better. Okay. So while we're here, we'll let the deep slate finish cooking, and we will, I think we'll make some more, yeah, we'll make some more slabs, and then we'll get some more, well, that didn't work very well. Alright, let's just go a stack and a half from this then. That should work. Yep, okay. And the eggs will pop in here with the rest of the food type stuff. All the other eggs. Alrighty. Where do those other slabs go? There they are. 2.5 stacks of slabs should be enough to finish up underneath the island. And once we're at that point, we can probably... Ah, there we go. There's some glow lichen. Make sure we got some bone meal. We'll come back to that. All right. A bit further to go on this side, so let's keep going. At least another few rows. Alright, looks like that's probably far enough on this side. That's corner, but we want to keep going so we're not underneath the island at any point. We're going on here. I think it might be the case now. I think we've just reached the edge. Okay. Go one more row just for good measure. So we're underneath the island there. Need to come out a little bit further. And then we come out again. So not long to go to get that platform under the island. We are out of slabs. Let's see if there's any more in the chests. That was it. Two more? We do have planks though. Let's make some more. All right. Looks like we're starting to see the platform on the map underneath the island, so on all sides, which means that we're getting very close to being at the point where we can just mine the island and be done with it without worrying about losing stuff. As long as we have a way of catching stuff. And that's all those planks, all those slabs for the moment. I think since we're so close, we might actually go down and grab the slabs that are below. Over in that corner. Be mindful we don't go too low and end up in the void. So the ship can get stuck in the void. Okay, we've got about 10 blocks to go, so we're okay. If we just go under here and mine these from underneath, we should be right. Oh, don't like that. What can happen if you're stuck on a ship and you phase through the bottom block of the ship is, of course, that you fall into the void. So I'm trying to avoid getting in a position where that happens. That one was possibly a little too not on the ship. Back it up a little. Yeah, we'll just go down a touch, so that way we're not going to get squished by the blocks above. Recycling block. Best of our ability, at least. That's sort of reminded me of the Hermitcraft vibe of the entire base isn't facing the way I want. I'm going to pick the whole thing up and move it. Fire Island isn't where I want it. I'm going to pick the whole thing up and move it. Rebuild it. I lost that one. Okay. We haven't got much left, have we? No. Pretty much the whole platform mined. I lost a couple, but nothing too major. And we break the axe. Alright. You can do the rest by hand. It's only like 6 of them left. 8. Close enough. No, I'm not doing that by hand. Okay, let's see. Where did bunch of cobblestone. There we go. We've got cobblestone and we've got sticks. We'll just make a cobble axe, stone axe. And the last two. Alright, up we go. Quick sleep and use those last few slabs. And if that still hasn't finished everything, then that's alright. We can go off later. We'll deal with what we got so far. Alright, we went the whole way across without showing up as being underground once, so I think that might be enough, but we'll do as much as we can of this row first, and then that'll be it. Alright. Looking good. So that deep slate should be uncobbled now. Yep, we have uncobbled deep slate. Alright. Now we're getting into basalt. We'll have to re-uncobble the deep slate, but that's fine. As I said, don't want to waste all of the silk touch on the deep slate. Start mining the iridium as well. We'll keep the smooth basalt in the inventory. We'll just move the what should we move? Move the shulker boxes in there. Land and pick up anything that fell. All right. We'll leave those in the inventory so we can keep stacking them. And we'll head over to the other patch of deep slate there. Really do have something in my throat. It's really annoying. And we're breaking our pickaxe. Okay. Time for a bit of a break then, and we'll see what we can do about getting some more resources for pickaxes. Uncobble that deep slate. Alright, looks like we're starting to get a bit of progress there. Yep. Let's not suffocate ourselves in a wall. Alright, we've still got quite a few layers to go, but we're coming up from the bottom. So we're getting there. I think this one might be worth turning into a replay later on as well. Make a time lapse of digging out the island, mining out the island. Neater. And that looks pretty good. And down we go. Perfect. Okay. So let's take our things that don't need to be decobbled. We'll leave that one. And we just put them back into the chest, didn't we? So we want to reverse that, put these ones in here. Take this lot over. And update the progress. Alright, so we've got 27 plus 5 stacks of deep slate to go. A fair bit of andesite, fair few chains. Haven't done any of the ores. We have birch slabs, copper deep slate, and cobblestone, and some of the viridium is done. Alright, and some of the tuff as well. Need one more rail. I'm thinking we might need to make some sort of iron farm as well, more than the Create one. The Create one doesn't seem to be, it's very slow, but it does seem to gradually get iron nuggets. What we want is traditional iron farm, I think, to supplement that, because the iron nuggets are just not keeping up with the demand for tools. Unless we make sure we bump our toolsmith up and get better tools from the toolsmith. Speaking of which, what's the toolsmith offering these days? Where's the toolsmith offering? Are you the toolsmith? You are the toolsmith. Don't wander off on me when I'm trying to trade with you. Okay, you want iron, and you're selling stone still. Alright. Yes, indeed. Alright. I guess we'll do some stone pickaxes, even though we could potentially just buy them from the toolsmiths. We don't have the resources to buy them at the moment, so let's just grab a couple of stone pickaxes. Now, may as well sleep. And we'll also look at getting some more wood. Simplest way to do it is cut this tree down. Doesn't help that it's surrounded by bushes and fences. Alright. If I want to regrow this tree, much as it looks nice and decorative, there's one over here. Maybe we'll put a big tree over here as well. Big trees are simple for getting wood. Quick and easy. What? That makes no sense. So we don't have the saplings for a big tree here at the moment, but we do have the saplings for a big tree, just not right here. Let's go with making a 2x2 base here. Hey chicken, you're looking a little lost. Allow me to help you out. There you go. Actually knocked me off. Alright, we'll put one there. And we'll put another one there. Come back with some bones. I also need to do that glow lichen as well, so we'll grab some bones for that. I don't think we need 48 though. Maybe 12 and get a bunch of bone meal from that. There we go. Alright, so we'll bone meal those 2 saplings and see if we can't get ourselves another big tree to get lots of wood from. Wood for the coal, of course. Charcoal, that is. And also I just like spruce. I like having lots of it. Alright, so that's enough to make at least one giant spruce tree. We place some of this andesite back again. Let's get think we'll put it just there. Make it a bit more natural looking. Alright. That's a lot of saplings. Okay. That'll do it. So one of the things we'll be adding into the new pack when it's ready is, and part of the things we're having fun developing, is sky pirates. So there'll actually be airships that are not players that fly around and can attack you with cannons. And also we'll be adding VS crumbles, which basically if parts of your ship get separated from the rest of the ship, they will fall off as falling blocks, and they'll either fall into the void if you're over the void, or they will land on the land. If you happen to be standing on them at the time, you may get crushed by a falling block. Ask me how I know. I have to say, it's actually been a lot of fun. There's only one, because of the pack is still experimental, the data pack for the flying pirates. There's only one type of flying pirate ship at the moment, and it is ridiculously big. So I'm going to be looking at making my own custom one instead of using the default one. Making a few smaller ones that are a bit more challenging, because the ridiculously big ones, if they get stuck on the void or if they get stuck on terrain, they're really easy to take over. So also means, however, if they get stuck, that you've got somewhere you can get a bunch of airship parts from, by using the fact that they fall apart to separate bits of them from the main ship, and you can then, at your leisure, make a new ship out of the parts. It's quite fun to do. Quite satisfying when you actually take over one of the ships as well, but it would be better if they were smaller and harder to take over, I think. Also, this big ship is absolutely full of... Well, these big ships are absolutely full of loot, and they're far too common, so need some variety. Smaller ships with less loot, but more frequently getting the small ships and only infrequently getting the large ones would be the way to go. Alright, bunch of saplings and logs, so let's plant another big tree for when we next want wood. There we go. Let's spam the absolute something out of that. But that's fine, we have the bone meal. Right, now we do need food. We'll finish off some of this, maybe. I've got an ink sac. Maybe we dump that in the kitchen. It can be used towards squid pasta. Grab some random food from the kitchen to make up for it. We don't have ink sacs here. I thought we did. Oh well, we'll drop them off then. Okay, and we may as well drop off the saplings. And that will probably do us. Oh look, there's some spruce planks. Let's make some more. See, we got bowls already. We do have bowls already. Well, in that case, we'll make some more slabs. We'll grab a bowl and get a serve of whatever this is. Pumpkin stuff. Stuffed pumpkin. There we go, that's fixed our hunger. And now we've lost our table because we ate the stuffed pumpkin. let's put the rice roll medley out, so we're not leaving the cafe with no food. There we go. Someone else can come along and have some of that rice roll medley next time. Alright, we've got 64 charcoal there. Let's grab that 8 and... Where did the spruce logs go? I think we threw them somewhere. That's fine. We'll take the charcoal instead. We'll sort the logs out later. We had a bunch of logs. I think we put them in here. Or left them in the kitchen. Yeah, we put them in here. Okay. And that is absolutely fine. We'll leave that. We will head back to what we're doing. Alright, how's the uncobbling going? The uncobbling has completed. Alright. We'll put all of our charcoal in there, but we'll put a reasonable chunk of it. And we'll take this and dump it. Right, so we can update on our ingredient list. One less stack of deep slate. We've only got 26 to go now. Alright. And the glow lichen we need to go sort out. So let's sort out the glow lichen. Quick sleep. And we're running out of time for stream today, but I didn't expect to actually get the island deconstructed during stream, but it would have been a nice thought. Alright, well at least we're getting the platform underneath it done. And hopefully we'll get oh. We really need to make sure we bring a bow. We'll get that glow lichen sorted and we'll get the platform done as well. See some, yeah, there's some glow lichen there. Now, do we dump the shears? Oh, we've got the shears on us. I think they might be in the chest here. Not yet. They're in our inventory. All right. Okay, now we don't have to worry about it's 8, and that should be 10. Yep, now I don't have to worry about making sure the glow lichen is harvested instead of being mined. Saves a lot of time. Okay. And we got some spares, even better. We can grow more glow lichen later. Should we need it for another build? Only 2? I thought there were 3. Oh well, that's fine. Alrighty. grab the slabs. Don't have all the slabs yet, we haven't made them all. Somebody's got 31 spruce logs on us. Oh, that's fine, we've got 2 spruce planks here. Let's turn those into planks. The room for all of that. Okay, turns out we did. Alright, so it's 2 stacks and 4. That's fine, we'll put the rest of these planks away. And that should be enough to finish up our little platform down here. Over here, there we go. That'll be more than enough, but we'll start anyway. Yep, that's enough on that side. You can see it poking out from the island in every direction apart from this side, so we'll do a little bit more on this side. Oh, not that side, next side. That's fine. We've got plenty of these planks, which is what we're here for anyway. I'm going to go opposite side over here. Alright, now that seems to be showing up in every direction on the map. Let's just have a quick look at the map in a bit more detail just to make sure. Yep, it is poking out in every direction except maybe that west side. So over here. If it's not poking out on the map, that means that maybe things won't get caught when we're mining, so we can take all this out later if we want to. We could probably just come by with a ship made of nether materials and just use a flint and steel to clean it up. There we go. Looking good. All right. I need to remember any ores that we come across. We need to make sure we do actually mine with silk touch. All the other blocks are fair game with a regular pickaxe. Okay, nothing else at that level. Now, what would make sense would be making that whole little platform into a ship. Just lifting it up as we go. Putting chests and things onto the platform. I might look at doing that to finish this off. We have enough gold, that is. Just need, or if we have a spare helm, we just need to make sure that we've got the balloons, which don't take very much to make. I reckon put a pillar. Put a pillar of balloons on each corner of the platform, and then we can just remove the platform. Move it away when we're done. Right, we're done with this layer apart from that last bit there, so fly over towards that. Go down and pick up all the deep slate and other resources off the platform. And yeah, I think that would be a sensible approach as we turn this platform into a ship. What? Getting slimes? Who invited you guys? Are they spawning here or are they falling down is the question. I think they're falling down. I think these were bottom slabs. Yeah, they're half-sized slimes, so it would make sense if they were spawning, then they'd be jumping down from above, and then being full-sized slimes that have taken the fall damage and then spawning half-sized slimes. Seems logical. Okay. Yeah, if I were to do this again, I'd definitely make a ship out of the platform. Still could. Broken pickaxe. Alright, that seems to be everything on this layer over here, so... Oh, we missed putting some chains away. Get those put away. We've got a bunch of blocks down there we need to pick up, so we'll do that. We'll get this chain. Alrighty. We're getting there. Slow going, but we're getting there. Alright, so another stack of... There's another stack of cobbled deep slate to uncobble. Alright, we better move the ship back a little bit just to make sure we've got all of the bits and pieces. Nope, there was a chain on top of the... We've got smooth basalt, we've got iridium, chains. I think that's it. There's some tough before as well. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to go for this section over here. Smooth basalt and deep slate, that was it. So go for this section over here now. Deep slate. Keep the deep slate on us until we uncobble it. Right. Making progress. Slowly, but making progress. Faster way to mine deep slate would be good. Alright, we're getting closer to a threshold of uncobbled deep slate to deep slate to uncobble again. Pick this lot up, we'll probably reach that. Yeah, no problem. Alright, put the smooth basalt and viridium away, and we'll grab the rest of that. We haven't missed any blocks. All good. Okay. Back up and finish that layer. Nope, we got something. And that's how the next pickaxe go on. Okay. Why would we use deep slate for that? We have perfectly good cobblestone. All right, pickaxe back. Sleep again. And we're just over the 2-hour mark, so may as well wrap up in a little bit. Finish this layer that we're on. And I will continue doing this between streams. Probably finish this later today, and next stream we'll do the reassembly. Next Aetherial Airships stream, that is. In the meantime, I will be doing a bit of development of the Aetherial Airships 2 mod pack during the week, and you'll likely see a stream, a development stream for Aetherial Airships 2, which is still in beta because of the way that Create is sitting at the moment in Fabric, in that it's not working properly. So hopefully during the week there'll be some progress on that. I'm not developing Create, so I can't unfortunately push that any faster. but I can hope for the best. I've been working on making sure that the other mods in the pack are all working properly and picking up little bugs with those mods, making data packs to make them work, and sending that information off to the developers of the mods as well. So where they accept pull requests, I'm sending pull requests through on their repos, and where they don't accept pull requests but they have a Discord and they're happy to take feedback on the Discord, I'm giving them feedback on the Discord. So hopefully most of the stuff in the data pack I'm doing will be obsolete, but if it's not, at least I have figured out how to fix it, and I'm learning how mods work in the meantime. Data packs and resource packs, I should say. So yeah, I figured out a couple of things that I'll probably bring to the current Aetherial Airships SMP as well. And I probably will do at least one more, maybe a minor update of the pack before I move to the version 2. Because any major updates are going to be updating things that will change the world generation and will also change the gameplay, because Create is not working as I would hope. And we also can't add the add-ons that rely on working Create. So hopefully there'll be more progress on that in the development space beyond my control, and the stuff that is under my control I'll just continue working on. Alright, let's just grab this lot here, and how is that uncobbling looking? Nearly done. Okay. Made basalt. Cobbled. Alright, with Thanksgiving coming up, cobble sounds entirely appropriate. Not that we celebrate Thanksgiving the way most Americans and Canadians do in Australia. Don't really have a Thanksgiving holiday. Seems to be pretty uncommon outside the Americas, as far as I'm aware. Alright, 61, we're nearly done on that. Okay, so I will fly back to base for the moment. I'll probably look at turning this platform into a ship. Whoops. Look at turning the platform into a ship and lifting the entire platform up, so I don't have to dismount the ship every time we go up a layer. Not got that much to go. Not a lot of layers left. Made some pretty good progress. So yeah, we'll hang around on the server for a while after stream, but I will wrap up the stream pretty soon. Let's park this thing. Alright, those of you that have been watching, or if you're watching on the replays, I should have been mentioning it earlier. If you haven't already, you're watching on Twitch, feel free to follow. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. And still trying to get to 500 subscribers. I do have some edited content in the works. I've just had a lot of trouble with both the motivation and the time to edit things. So the streams have been the way things have been going lately. Hopefully you're still with me and you're still watching the content, whether you're watching it live or on the replays. I noticed the last one of these streams got a lot of views, comparatively a lot of views on the replays. So hopefully if you're watching on the replays, hi, and feel free to subscribe. Just because you're not watching it live doesn't mean you can't subscribe. All right. I think we got, yeah, we got a stack there, so we'll get this lot uncobbling. And we'll put the There we go. And iridium. And chains. I've got some more eggs. We'll put those eggs in here. Grab those chains. Drop this stuff off and check how we're going progress-wise. Oops. That's not going to help the situation. We do have the silk touch pickaxe, so let's silk touch that one. Is that silk touch? Yes, it is. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Wait, did we just throw the silk touch pickaxe? Oh my goodness. We did. I've got an idea for that. Let's see if we can get the silk touch pickaxe out as the last thing that went in. No, we cannot. Okay. We might need a new silk touch pickaxe. Alright, we'll throw the rest of this stuff in. Might be here a little while. Alright, I think I got a better solution than this. Gonna be a mess, but we can put the right things back in this way. Alright. Get all of these vault pieces back. Alright. That puts that in the right spot, so we can then start throwing things in the vault. And we can make sure we get our silk touch pickaxe back from that lot before we finish up. I'll just put this on here for now. Been throwing stuff in the vault, obviously. Need a storage system to fix that, which filtering system to fix that, which we will get to, but we don't have yet. Oh no, don't tell me the server's crashed on me. Alright, I think the server's crashed out on me, or my computer's crashed out. Something weird there. Okay, I can still hear, but I can't see. What is going on, computer? Alright. Well, if I'm still online, I guess that's the end of stream, because I can't see or hear anything. My computer has completely died on me. Yeah. Alright. I guess that's it. That's the end of stream. Because my computer's died on me.